Some like their steak bloody as hell, while others prefer it burned to a crisp. But be warned, there are some options that will get you a serious side-eye at a steak place. Everyone has their favorites, but what about the flip side? We polled a group of people to find out just what they would recommend not ordering at a steakhouse, and it turns out that people are just as certain about what they don't like as they are about what they do. Out of the 599 people Mashed surveyed, 33.39% agreed that you should avoid ordering your steak well done at a steakhouse. Meanwhile, 32.39% of people warned against ordering fish, 13.69% advised against salad, 13.52% cautioned against chicken, and 7.01% warned against ordering burgers. So, first things first, what is it about well-done steak that makes hundreds of people advise against it? Does it really make that much of a difference? Some chefs wince at the idea of preparing a steak well done, as cooking a steak for so long impacts the flavor and texture of the meat. The longer the steak is cooked for, the more juices begin to evaporate. The fibers inside begin to firm, leading to a drier, chewier steak instead of one that's tender and juicy. Of course, there are some people who just plain like well-done steak. And if they enjoy it, why worry about it? Just be cool.
Excuse me, I think we're ready to order.
Well, I'm sorry. That's not how things work in this establishment.
Let's talk about some of the other things that our survey participants ruled to be off the table. If there's one thing steakhouses like to brag about, it's their meat. And if steakhouses take such pride in their beef, wouldn't you expect the chicken to be pretty decent too? After all, meat is meat, right? Not exactly. According to Eat This, Not That, ordering chicken at a steakhouse can be a gamble. It's not because the chicken isn't high quality or the chefs don't know what they're doing, but the fact that you're in a place that focuses on steaks. Imagine going into the best steakhouse in the country and asking to try the chicken dish. It might be a good dish, sure, but you're missing out on what makes that steakhouse so great. Why go to a place known for steaks and not get a steak? Of course, this isn't to imply that chicken is a bad option at every steakhouse. Outback Steakhouse, for example, is well known for its Alice Springs chicken, and even had a fried chicken dish made with its famous bloomin' onion coating. Delicious and worth getting? Absolutely. Chicken isn't necessarily a bad choice, but it's not every day you can enjoy a nice, juicy steak grilled to perfection. The same reasoning applies to other main course options like fish and burgers. At a fancy steakhouse, it's safe to say that you're not going to be dealing with low-quality meat, and the same could be said about the produce. Chances are, you won't be picking brown pieces of soggy lettuce or bruised vegetables out of your salad. So why do 13.69% of people suggest skipping the steakhouse salad? It's not that steakhouse salad in particular is bad, it's the idea that all salads served at any restaurant can be a bit sketchy. How can you be so sure that the salads are as fresh as the meat? For all you know, the whole thing could have been tossed together with scraps from unwashed lettuce and soaked in cheap ranch dressing to hide any blemishes. Then there's the price point. The Healthy reports that salad prices are often marked up at restaurants, so you might end up paying far more for a simple bowl of greens, croutons, and vegetables than you'd expect. Conversely, with a steak, you're at least paying the high price for something the steakhouse is well known for. Of course, this isn't to say that ordering a burger or a salad at a steakhouse is bad. If you enjoy a good salad and a steak dinner, that's all that matters.